Greetings. Today we will talk about how to type long division with math type. We're going to first start off with this rational expression, x to the fourth plus 3x squared plus 1, all divided by x squared minus 2x plus 3. Notice that in the numerator, you have degree 3 and degree 1 missing. So when you're doing long division, you want to make sure that you insert 0 for their coefficient. So I can go back and rewrite this as x to the fourth plus 0, x raised to the third power plus 3x squared plus 0x plus 1, okay? And this will make it easier for us to keep up with the places for x cubed or x squared or x if needed, okay? So now what I'm going to do is click on the icon for the matrices where you can insert a table of rows or columns. Since my divisor has 3 terms, that implies that for the table, I'm going to do a 1 by 4. The fourth one is for when you're writing the dividend, okay? So here we can write the x in the first little entry, x raised to the second power. Then we have minus 2x. Then we have plus 3, okay? Now in this last entry, what we're going to use is the enclosed left and upward enclosure. So we're going to look for the little box that has the little lines on it. So it's in this little section here, okay? So what I'm going to do is you can either start with the enclosed left, or you can start with the enclosed top, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the enclosed top, and then I'm going to click on the enclosed left, okay? So now it's time to insert our dividend. So you see we have degree 4. So that let us know that we need 5 entries, okay, within the dividend. So we need to go back to the matrix, click on the table, and we need a 1 by 5, okay? So we can represent each degree. So we have x to the fourth. The next entry would be plus 0x raised to the third power. Then we have plus 3x raised to the second power plus 0x. Then we have the last thing is plus 1. I put a space there so that we can see exactly what's going on. It's best to keep a space so you can keep up with your work, okay? So now it's time to try to divide this, okay? So when we divide this, we know to divide the leading term of your dividend by the leading term of your divisor, okay? So, but our quotient would go on top. So we can do is we can move the cursive above. And since I know that when I divide x to the fourth and x squared, I would get x squared, I'm going to move my cursive above this x squared. And so I can go on and just put x squared here because I know it's going to be x squared. Okay. And you know that you're going to have to write, you're going to have to multiply this x squared by your divisor. And to get the line that we need below, we move the cursor. We know eventually we're going to have to say minus parentheses. Okay. And so now I'm going to insert the bottom enclosure, which is here, to enclose bottom. Okay. And then I'm going to go back to the matrix table, and I'm going to insert just 5 underneath. Okay. So we know that this x squared times x squared will give us x to the 4th power. Okay. And then we have to multiply what? X squared times this negative 2x, which would be a negative 2x cubed. So I'm going to put it in the next entry, negative 2x cubed. Okay. Then here we have um plus 3 times x squared. Okay. And now we don't have anything that we need to write for our x, so that's just a 0x. You don't have to put it there, so you can just leave it blank. Now you just need to go to the bottom and do your subtraction. We know that this is going to be 0, right? This is going to be a positive 2x cubed. So I'm going to go back to the matrix, and I'm going to put down about, I'm going to put down 4. Okay. So here we have 2x raised to the 2nd power. I mean, to the 3rd power. If you like to make sure that it stays lined up, you can move it over with just the cursive. Then here we see that 3x squared minus 3x squared would be just a 0x squared. Okay. And so now we see that we need to bring down the 0x for place value sake. We're going to put a plus there, okay, to keep it clean, and bring down the +1. All right. So now it's like a repeat again. You're going to go down again, right? So here you're going to go back up first, and then you're going to divide, and you have 2x cubed divided by x squared. And so that let me know I'm going to end up with a 2x. So they're going to be a plus 2x. You can move this over a little to keep it lined up. Okay. And now you're going to take that 2x and multiply it by your divisor. Okay. And you're going to still need that same minus sign and the two parentheses in the parentheses. Okay. I'm just going to put 4 just in case if I need the 4. Okay. And so here I'm going to type, use the 4 rows, 4 columns, 1 row, so 1 by 4. And so 2x times x squared will give us that 2x cubed that we are looking for. Okay. Then we have 2x times a negative 2x will give us a negative 4x squared. Then we have a 2x times the three will give us the 6x. Okay. Okay. Since that's the end of the divisor with 3 terms, we're going to just we can go back. If you make a mistake and forget to put that line there, you can just press Control X. Let me put it back. Let me try one more thing. Just type, let's see, I highlighted it, and let's see if this works. If not, I'm trying to see, can I insert the bottom enclosure, but I cannot. Okay. It has to be done at the beginning, okay? A good thing for copy and paste. Okay. You just remove those extras. Okay. And so now, again, you're ready to subtract. You're going to need, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Well, you're going to need 3. Okay. So you need a 1 by 3 on this next line. Okay. So here we will have a 4x raised to the second power. Okay. We have now a minus 6x. And then we have the plus 1 we need to bring down. Okay. And so dividing, you have 4x squared divided by x squared. You will get 4. So up here, you're going to write plus 4. Mhm. And down here, you're going to do the same thing. Put your minus sign because you're going to end up subtracting. Well, multiply and then you're going to eventually subtract. This, don't forget our enclosed bottom this time. And now we're going to utilize 3. Okay, so we multiplying. So we have 4x raised to the second power. And then we have 4 times a negative 2x would be a negative 8x. Put a space in between everything to keep it nice. And then we have 4 times 3 would be a positive 12. Okay. And now we're ready to subtract on the next line. We're going to end up having 2 columns here, a 1 by 2. So we have negative 6x minus a negative 8x would be 2x. And 1 minus 12 would be a negative 11. Okay? So since this degree, which is this remainder, 2x minus 11, has a degree of 1, and our divisor have a degree of 2, that implies we're done with this long division. I hope this helps. Okay? And you press OK. And just wait a few minutes for it to upload. All right?